Do you want to create cottagecore DIYs today? Then keep watching. So Sola Wood Flowers sent me an amazing box full of these awesome colors of wood florals, and I thought it'd be super fun to create some cottagecore that goes along with the wood flowers they sent me. So let's get into the DIYs. So here are the color trends for 2021, which is right along with cottagecore and with my Sola Wood Flowers that we are using today. And so we're going to start our first DIY with this picture frame that I got from the Salvation Army. Everything at my Salvation Army yesterday was half off, so this picture frame ended up only costing me $2, and it is real wood, so that was really an awesome find. I'm using my Cashew Waverly chalk paint. I noticed when I was at Walmart that they didn't carry Waverly chalk paint anymore, which makes me super sad. So let me know down in the comments if you've used the brand that they're currently carrying. And I can't remember the name. But after I have this covered in my one coat of paint, I'm going to take this ribbon I got from Hobby Lobby and I'm just measuring it across the picture frame. So I am going to hot glue the ribbon on for right now. Don't worry, I'm not just going to leave it as hot glue, but I wanted to make sure that it was stable and where I wanted it before I went outside and used my staple gun. So I'm going to use a couple different pieces of ribbon today. I have a thick ribbon, which is the one we're putting on right now, and then I have a thin ribbon which came from Dollar Tree, and it's their Shabby Chic ribbon that they carry, the lace one. And I'm just going to alternate the big ribbon and the small ribbon all the way down the picture frame. So you can see here I did go outside and use my staple gun to make sure that it was securely on the back of the frame. So now I'm going to take a few of my Sola Wood Flowers and I'm just going to be gluing them to the right hand corner. I had a couple different packs that I received from them. One was like a beach pack and I can't remember what the other pack was, but I just mixed them all together because I felt like the colors really went well. I'll try to list down below in the description box which packs I actually used, and I'll have a link to their website as well so you can check them out if you haven't done so before. So after I get the wood flowers glued up to the corner, I'm going to make a messy bow, and I did go ahead and dovetail all the ends, and I just used some leftover ribbon. So it's the wide and small ribbon, and then I had a little tiny piece of this other burlap ribbon they had at Hobby Lobby, and then I'm going to glue one more flower down there in the corner, and then this project is complete. So on the hunt at one of the thrift stores I went to, I was looking for kind of a frame or something that I could put these flowers in, and so this project was actually inspired by my friend Christina over at Christina Elizabeth, so I will list her channel down in the description box if you want to check her out. But she did a project similar to this with Dollar Tree succulents, and I kind of wanted to recreate it with these Sola Wood flowers. So I did not take the glass out of the frame. It wouldn't come out, and I finally decided that's okay because it actually worked to my advantage. So I went ahead and covered my whole frame with my Cashew Waverly chalk paint, which is like one of my favorite colors, and now I'm just going to glue my Sola Wood flowers onto the glass, and I'm going to put them really close together so they look like they're coming out of the frame. So the nice part about this was that the back ends up having a nice lip on the back, so it could be something that sits on a table, or it can hang on the wall as well, or it could sit in a easel, which I end up showing you all three ways. But once I kind of get the holes filled in, then this project is complete. You guys, I was super excited to bring this project to you. So we're going to be tinting some glass here, and we're going to be using some Mod Podge, some food coloring, and water. And we're going to start out by putting 1 tablespoon of Mod Podge into a bowl, and then we're going to put 1 tablespoon of water into a bowl, and then we're going to take some food coloring. Mine came from Hobby Lobby, but any food coloring would do, and we're going to put that into the bowl, and then we're going to mix it up really good. So I'm using 2 mason jars and 1 jar that I got from Salvation Army for 50 cents. You guys save your jars, like if you're using any kind of store-bought like spaghetti sauce or something like that, because when I went to the thrift store I thought I might just pick up some really fun jars, but they were super expensive. For example, one of the peanut cans or jars that I saw was more than the actual jar with peanuts in it, so I was like, So just, save those jars. So here we are, we have it all mixed up. I just used a plastic spoon. We're going to pour it into our jar, and we're going to get ready to start tinting. So this project is super messy. Make sure you have some newspaper down and your area is covered so it doesn't end up staining your area. So you're going to see here in a second what not to do. But here we're going to start, and we're just rolling our Mod Podge mixture around the jar. So as I get closer to the lip of the jar, it starts to come out, and I didn't even notice as I was rolling it around until it was already all over my hand, and it did stain my hand for like a couple days. So you could wear gloves if you're doing this as well. But I just continue to roll. You want to make sure every part of the glass inside the jar is covered, and you want to make sure to get that lip really good. So as I'm working on the second jar, I kind of wise up a little bit, and I use the bowl that I was mixing the glue mixture in to begin with, and I'm rolling the jar with the opening facing me. That way I can see it, and I see it pouring into the bowl. I also took some of it that was in the bowl and put it back in to give it a little bit more like color. Then I set them on some newspaper for 45 minutes, and I let that all drain down to the paper. So there's some pooling on the newspaper, you can see. I then put it on a cookie sheet with some wax paper. I highly suggest parchment paper here because mine ended up sticking to the wax paper, but we're going to cook it at 225 for 45 minutes. When I took it out, I did let it sit overnight, and so here we are the next day. So I love how it turned out, and I love how they look. I did get some pooling in the bottom, so let me know if you've ever done this technique before, and if so, maybe let me know what I did to get that pooling. Somehow I didn't let it sit long enough maybe. But now we're ready to assemble our flowers. So we're using some floral wire that also came from the Sola Wood website. You can order them there. And we're just using some hot glue, and we're going to glue the ends onto our Sola Wood flowers. I decided to go ahead and put 5 flowers in each one of my jars. I know it's not going to fill it up. I wasn't going for a total full look. If you wanted to, you could fill up 1 full jar with one. I just wanted to have like a trio, and I was going for just a more sparse look. So then I took some of this burlap ribbon from the Dollar Tree, tied it together, and then this project is complete. So if you didn't want to tint your own jars for vases, this is just an alternative to what that would look like. I picked up this jug at the Salvation Army, and I used the same technique I did in the last project, glued them to our floral wire, assembled them, and then this project's complete. If you've been putting off buying those Sola Wood flowers, now's your time. The link is down in my description box, and you won't be sorry. These flowers are amazing. I absolutely love them, and all the projects that I've created with them, they still bring a smile to my face, and I still keep them out, and I love them. So run today, buy some. I love cottagecore, I love Sola Wood Flowers, and mixing them together just really brings light and happiness to my soul. Let me know which one of these was your favorite today. As always, wherever you are in your journey is a perfect place to start, and I will see you in my next video.